Hello!
Happy Sibling Shanty
Sunday!
I'm Sky.
I'm Sagan.
And we're siblings.
And we sing sea shanties and sea shanty adjacent music.
And it's week 13.
It is week 13.
Yay!
And in keeping with perhaps unlucky number 13, we've decided to do a number of shanties and shanty adjacent songs that deal with sort of superstitions, that sort of thing. So the first one that we have for you here is called "Drop of Nelson's Blood," and this one is it's what's called a walk away shanty or a stamp and go shanty, and those would involve somewhat similar to capstan shanties instead of requiring just like single sort of rhythmic pulls. These would require sort of more sustained movement, but rather than working around a capstan, they would also often involve a lot of crewmen hauling on maybe only one or two lines. Where are you going?
Just keep vamping. I forgot my pitch pipe.
Oh no! Would involve the crew holding onto these lines, but then essentially pulling them over their shoulders, and then just walking up or down the decks of the ship.
Nobody saw anything. No, we're good.
Walking down the length of the ship and pulling it in sort of this long sustained movement. So this one, interestingly, so it takes its name and sort of its main conceit from we talked about Lord Nelson, how he fell at Trafalgar earlier in the series, but there was this. So as the story goes, Lord Nelson's body was placed in a cask of rum for the return trip to England, and the sailors believed that by partaking of this rum, that they might receive a portion of his bravery and or naval skill. And so the sort of a nickname for rum as a result became Nelson's Blood. And so when they're talking about a drop of Nelson's blood, they're talking about a good stiff drink. Interestingly, so this one there's a verse the verse melody always stays the same and the format stays the same. But it changes subjects, and I'll explain that in a second. But there's also a chorus. The chorus actually comes from an 1800s hymn that is completely unrelated, but I believe that qualifies this song as perhaps one of the earliest recorded versions of a mashup.
Yeah. Sea
shanty mashups. And a lot of the times you would see that done with like the tunes of different things. Sure. But not quite as common was like whole portions of songs excised from one source and just straight up inserted into another one. So the sort of the format of the verse is...
Good thing I didn't forget this.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, the subject of the first verse is a drop of Nelson's blood. And it goes like this. And a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm.
Sing.
A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. So that's how the verse goes.
And the lyrics are down below.
Lyrics are down below.
Weird.
So for how that sort of plugs into the rest of the song, the second verse, oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. A plate of Irish stew, and it just goes on, like that. There was we did this for one of your summer camps.
Yeah, this is a great one if you ever are trying to introduce
it's a great camp song
sea shanties to kids. It would be a great camp song or any of those kinds of things, because you can have people come up with whatever it is that wouldn't do them any harm. So we had everything from
Oreo ice cream, hydration, petting a cat, petting 10 cats.
Just all sorts of
things that wouldn't do us any harm.
But it's fun because it allows people to have some sort of creative license like that, especially with kids who are, like, wait, I can pick something and then everybody will follow me.
Yeah, they start to come out of their shells. It's terrific.
Yeah.
But so the chorus is pretty similar to the verse, actually, although the words change. And the chorus goes like this. And we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, we'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. I think I did that in a different key than the verse. Oh, no, I didn't. Nope. Just sounded different because it's a different set of vowels. But that's basically all there is to this song.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah. Ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right.
We're ready.
And a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. A plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. A plate of Irish stew wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. Come on, we'll roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice fat meal wouldn't do us any harm. A nice fat meal wouldn't do us any harm. A nice fat meal wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. Come on and roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. A nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. A nice watch below wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. Come on and roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a good night ashore wouldn't do us any harm. A good night ashore wouldn't do us any harm. A good night ashore wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. Come on and roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along.
and we'll all hang on behind. Take one.
No more snow wouldn't do us any harm.
Oh, no more snow wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, no more snow wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. No more snow. Roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
We'll
roll the old chariot along.
and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. Come on and roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
We'll roll
the old chariot along.
and we'll all hang on behind.
It is in fact snowing here
Again. On March the 27th.
It was beautiful this past week.
It was.
It
Yep.
was like spring. And then today.
And now it's not. It's winter again.
It's winter. Oh, well. Hope it's not that way where you are.
Yep.
But maybe
Certainly.
it is.
But maybe it is.
Yeah. But you could add that verse to your rolling the old charity along.
Oh, spring actually staying.
Yeah. Any of the above. Nice work.
Nice work.
Good job.
All right, so our second shanty of the day is actually, it's a four-bitter, sort of a more modern one. that takes its text from a poem by English poet Cicely Fox Smith. So the song is more recent. However, the sort of the superstition, the belief that it's based around is not. So it still qualifies.
Still counts.
And it's called it's called Tow Rope Girls, and it comes from the idea that when a ship was homeward bound and sort of making unusually good time, that the gals at home, the mothers, the sisters, sweethearts, and all, sort of metaphorically had a hold of the ship's tow rope, and tow ropes are what's used to literally tow the ship into dock once it sort of gets close enough that they can't really use the sails to sail it. Right. Sort of had a grip metaphorically on the ship's tow rope, and that they were pulling the ship home, and that's where the extra speed came in. There's a couple of terminology things in here. It mentions Iquique Port or Iquique Bay. It's a port city in Chile. Talks about the Southern Cross. The Southern Cross is actually a constellation. It's used for navigating, and there's a phrase. Excuse me. There's a phrase, a bone in her teeth. Yep. Phrase that refers to when a sailing ship, well, honestly, any ship is making good time, that it splashes this white wake up, which to sailors back then, and I suppose now, makes the front of the ship resemble a dog with a bone in its teeth.
Yeah.
That's where
running along.
And so a ship having a bone in its teeth or a bone in her teeth would be a way of saying the ship is moving pretty fast.
Yeah.
So let me drink some water here.
Hydration, not overrated. And we'll also, we heard this shanty first, collected this shanty first.
Yeah.
From Kimber's Men.
Yep.
Phenomenal group out of the UK. If you don't know about them, you definitely should. So check them out. But it is also one of their singers' birthday today. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
John Bromley. Yeah, who is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's kind of a freak of nature in the best way.
Ridiculous.
Just sort of scrapes the concrete off the floor when he drops down to that bass range.
We have linked some of his stuff before there, but opera singer as well as a shantyman folk singer. Yeah. But happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday. So this one has a chorus that everybody sings along with, and then each chorus ends with the same line. So each verse ends with the same line. Technically, each chorus also does, but so each verse ends with the same line. So you're welcome to sing along with that as well.
Lyrics are down below. There's a lot of words in this chorus.
The line that ends every verse is "For the girls have got hold of our tow rope today."
It is also chillin' in minor, which is
chillin' in minor. Yeah. We love a good minor sea shanty. So the chorus goes like this. Goodbye, Serafina, Rosita, and Luce. The girls on the tow rope are steady and true. Mothers and sisters and sweethearts and all. It's haul away, all the way, haul away, haul. It's got a very sort of haunting sound to it. But, yeah. And that's about all there is to it.
Yeah, I would say this is a good sort of storytelling one. You can tell that it's that four better sit around and tell stories. Yeah, it's cool. All right, ready? You got
ready?
This. I think so. We'll find out.
Oh, the ship's leaving Frisco with cargoes of grain, or Oregon timber in the fog and the rain. We're loading nitrate at old Iquique Bay, for the girls have got hold of our tow rope today. Goodbye, Serafina, Rosita, and Luce. The girls on the tow rope are steady and true. Mothers and sisters and sweethearts and all. It's haul away, all the way, haul away, haul. The last sack of nitrate is stowed out at last. It's bird o'clock. The Southern Cross burns at the head of the mast. We'll sing fare thee well as we get underway, for the girls have got hold of our tow rope today. Goodbye, Serafina, Rosita, and Luce. The girls on the tow rope are steady and true. Mothers and sisters and sweethearts and all. It's haul away, all the way, all the way, all. We'll rounding the horn with our gallants all set. Our lee rail is under, we're cursing you bad, but the old man's a driver, he'll brook no delay. For the girls have got hold of our tow rope today. Goodbye, Serafina, Rosita, and Luce. The girls on the tow rope are steady and true. Mothers and sisters and sweethearts and all. It's haul away, haul away, haul away, haul. Cape Stiff is behind us, blue waters beneath. Our wake's like a mill race, there's a bone in her teeth. We've entered the trades, now we'll soon make her pay. For the girls have got hold of our tow rope today. Goodbye, Serafina, Rosita, and Luce. The girls on the tow rope are steady and true. Mothers and sisters and sweethearts and all. It's haul away, haul away, haul away, haul. Oh, hear the good trade wind is singing out loud, a homeward bound shanty in sheet and in shroud. Oh, hear how he whistles in the halyard and stay, for the girls have got hold of our tow rope today. Goodbye, Serafina, Rosita, and Luce. The girls on the tow rope are steady and true. Mothers and sisters and sweethearts and all. It's haul away, haul away, haul away, haul. At last we're in harbor, our rags are all furled. The girls are all waiting, we're on top of the world. That'll do, cries the mate, now it's 14 months' pay. For the girls have got hold of our tow rope today. Goodbye, Serafina, Rosita, and Luce. The girls on the tow rope are steady and true. Mothers and sisters and sweethearts and all. It's haul away, all the way, all the way, haul. It's haul away, all the way, all the way, haul. Yeah!
I love that.
Yeah,
Some of the lines in there are just so great. Like
Yeah,
talking
super
about
evocative.
the wind singing through the sheets. Like, oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Very cool.
there's that one.
All
I
right.
like that one.
Love that one.
Yeah.
One last little bit of hydration here before
Hydration.
Wouldn't do it for her.
Yeah. So we have one more
Okay.
for you here today. Another
Sort of a modern, a maritime song, if you will.
Yeah.
So this one is actually written by Bob Watson, who's written a number of other maritime songs that we'll get to later in this series. And it refers to, so the song is called Mollymauk, and the song refers to the sailors' superstition belief that sailors who died at sea would be reincarnated as an albatross, which is sort of a sacred bird among sailors. Mollymauk is a type of albatross. It's just Mollymauk is sort of a more poetic word than albatross.
is kind of hard to sing.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of a harder edge to it. Although Mollymauks have like this very
they're very angry looking.
Yeah, they're very very sort of stern, severe.
Yeah, stern and severe
faced,
is better than angry. They don't
birds.
look angry exactly. But kind of like a big seagull that looks really like intense.
Yep.
In the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can Google them to see what they look like.
Yeah. So while most ocean-faring creatures were sort of fair game for sailors to hunt for food and that sort of thing, albatross were considered off limits for this reason, as they were believed to be the souls of reincarnated sailors. And killing one would be real bad luck. Real bad.
Yeah,
if you're familiar with a little something called the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, that'll tell you about all you need to know about it.
Because either they were following along the ship, either just to revisit their old days, or sometimes as a omen of good luck, or sometimes as a warning of adjust your course or whatever. So again, the superstitions of whatever the sailors on board felt like was the signal coming from this spirit of this sailor that way. But it's a neat tradition.
So this one has it has a chorus, and then it has it's a little bit of call and response, I guess, within the verses. So the shantyman has 2 lines, then everybody sings 2 lines. Shantyman has 2 more lines, and everybody sings two more lines. So the words stay the same when those two lines, but the melody changes slightly. So the first sort of response is down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. Makes sense? Then the second one is down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. So it
resolves
builds the tension
time.
and then resolves.
Yep.
And then the chorus that everybody sings along with. Won't you ride the wind and go?
Yeah, that's
oh my
right.
God! Yep,
Yeah, that's right. You're
Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Won't you ride the wind and go, Mollymauk? Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn.
And you can feel free to insert seagull sound effects or whatever you'd like to.
Yeah, I suppose
I won't do that.
I suppose that's
Probably. Probably.
It's fine. It's fine. It's interesting. There's two. The melody stays essentially the same. There's sort of two versions. There's one that's very much sort of like rousing, more of like a traditional like shanty, and then there's this one which is sort of how Bob Watson originally wrote it. There's actually a recording of him singing it that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's the one we'll link. Actually, we'll probably see if we can get both versions.
Because the other one is.
Also Kimmer's
as well.
Yep,
which is sort of the rousing version of it. And both are great.
Yeah.
But very different takes on the original tune there. So there you go.
All right.
Ready?
Are you ready?
I guess we'll find out.
Oh boy. Oh my God.
No.
Is that actually the sound an albatross makes?
I don't know. We'd have to look that one up.
Cool.
Somebody look that up and send us a recording. What is an albatross? I think I assume they sound like seagulls, but maybe they don't. Maybe they sound different. Somebody look it up for us. That'd be great.
Oh my God. Now the southern ocean is a lonely place. The storms are many and the shelter's scarce. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn, over traveled waters and the restless skies, you'll see those Mollymauks rise and dive. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Won't you ride the wind and go, Mollymauk? Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. Now the Mollymauk lights on those great white wings, and Lord, what a lonesome song he sings. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. He's got no compass and he's got no gear. There's none that can tell how the Mollymauk steers. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Won't you ride the wind and go, Mollymauk? Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. He's a ghost of a sailor man, so I've heard say. His body it sank and his soul flew away. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. He's got no haven and he's got no home, bound evermore to wheel and roam. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Won't you ride the wind and go, Mollymauk? Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. when I gets too old and can sail no more, setting me adrift far away from shore, down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. You can cast me loose and leave me drifting free, I'll keep that big bird company. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. Won't you ride the wind and go, white seabird? Won't you ride the wind and go, Mollymauk? Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn. Down upon the southern ocean sailing, down below Cape Horn.
Yeah. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. I love that one.
Me too. Yeah. Nice. Another great story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's so not exactly spooky, but
no, but
know,
there's your superstitions.
Superstitious. Yeah. Shanties for your week 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for singing along.
Yeah.
Check out all the links below to great music and Shanty merch. I'm wearing my Patty Doyle's Boots t-shirt today. Yeah, check out Shanty merch. Check out all the great links to different communities putting music together, and go and support live music near you if you've got it going on. There's tons of stuff going on.
Or go and create live music.
Yes, or go and create
if there's nothing going on.
That's it. Do it.
So,
Do it. And some new albums coming out from people. So yeah, just stay involved and check out some great music that's being made by people just like you. Yeah. I don't know.
That's all I got.
Okay. Hey, be safe. We love you. And we'll see you again next Sunday.
Bye.